Hello, good evening. It is Nemi Batstone here coming to you from Nemi's Crafty Cafe. I am located just 20 minutes northeast of Winnipeg in rural Manitoba. So thank you for joining me. And if you are here, don't forget to like, share, or comment to win this week's prizes. And if you place an order by the end of this month, you'll get a free card class for August. And that is my craft along class that happens at the end of each month. So I just want to do a few reminders. Man, it's going to be a hot one. And I think this weekend's a great weekend to be crafting or thinking about what's coming up. So as you can see, there's some fall pictures already as we try and survive summer and the smoke that's coming our way. But this September, if you are a Stampin Up demonstrator, you have full access to what is coming in the online exclusives, and then as well as what is coming up in the new mini catalog. So remember, Stampin Up has gotten rid of their annual catalog and has switched to mini catalogs. So if you would like this catalog here, then comment below, or if you're on my news, email news link, you'll get an email this weekend asking if you would like to be on my mailing list to receive this coming's catalog in the mail, and I will just ship it to you directly. The cost for it is $5, but as soon as you place an order, I'll give you $5 back. So just because it cost me quite a bit to have it shipped to you, and not quite a bit, but enough. And the thing is, too many times in the past I've had no one order for me, so then it becomes a cost I don't really get back. So not complaining, you can order from whatever demonstrator you want. However, I just want to make sure you have one in your hands. Hello, Christine. I hope you're staying nice and cool. It's a hot one coming up tonight and now, and tomorrow, apparently. Okay, so I'm not allowed to show you what's inside, but I always print off what's coming up. So I just want you to know too that I still have 2 spots for my bingo, which is next Saturday on the 25th. So we'll be playing bingo, and then we're also creating 4 Christmas cards. I would show them to you, but I can't because my Barb is cutting for me, my elf is cutting for me, and she needs the cards to make sure she's got everything cut properly and sorted for each participant. And right now we're working with Waterside Retreat, and it's going to be my August card class. I've been wanting to do it, and it just hasn't been happening because things keep coming, things keep going on back order. But it's summer, and summer is the perfect time to be doing this with a little bit of some fun foiling. And then again, my craft along, if you want to craft along in person, this month it's July 23rd. I might have to travel August 20th and next month, so I might have to switch that day for in person. Same with my August 22nd, because if I don't fly back on time, I think I'm booked for the 20th to the 22nd, but it hasn't been confirmed, but it's tentatively booked for that, which means I won't be here, so I can't. But I don't know, and hotels don't really have very good lighting, so it's very hard to do a class there. So anyway, and then I have a retreat in a box, which will be opening. It is open, and you get like $70 worth of product, including a blending brush and our water painters, so the set of 3 water painters. And you also get 3 templates that you can use over and over again. And you also get 6 card designs and a whole whack of videos, tutorial, the whole shebang. So I've shared my 2 card designs. The others I've not created yet because I just haven't had time. But you'll also get masking paper, so I have lots of samples. You'll get masking paper, and you'll get all your die cut pieces cut for you. You'll need the Fern and Flora set for me. And then you'll need all of Flutter bundle from D. And then you'll also need the frames and phrases. But if you don't have those, that's okay. You can just use what's in your stock. I made sure everything was interchangeable with what's in your stock. Okay, I should go to the mailbox because I'm hoping my paper pumpkin is there. But my hubby just left this morning. He usually checks the mail and he hasn't checked all week. But if you get right now, next month's August, and you've never ever ordered paper pumpkin before, you definitely want to pick one up and try it out. And if you do order from me, because I see your orders, then you'll also get a tutorial with alternatives for paper pumpkins in there. Okay, so we're gonna do something different and something new. I'm telling you this because I've not tried it yet. But it's in my head, and again, I'm a single mom right now because my hubby's gone. So I got home, and you know, we had supper and everything, so I haven't had enough time in between to create this, nor did I have time yesterday because I was suffering from a really bad migraine, which is why I couldn't be here, and it's still here. I have a really bad headache right now, but I did not want to lose out on another day of crafting. I should say another evening, but I guess a day as well. So we're going to continue on using these, right? Using the relaxing water side. But I have something new, and I've been wanting to play with it. So I thought, why not do it now and share with you rather than doing it later. So I've taken a Tylenol, so I'm hoping I should be good. But the Butterflight hot foil set comes with these gorgeous dies, and I thought this would really look great with the relaxing water side. And you can see here, what do I have? Yeah, these are just the dies, no stamps. So you can see here all these little bits of extra pieces, which we're not going to use. But I wanted to try the hot foil because what also comes with this hot foil is this, I don't know why it's in a huge bag, but it is some blending, so some masking. And I love masking. It's time consuming a bit, but I do love it. So each of the masks, if you've never done masking before, comes with a number in the corner so that you know which ones to start with. And as you go through, they build and build and build. Good evening, Margaret. Good evening, Kathy. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're staying nice and cool. So the first one, by the looks of it, this is the first time I'm opening it up. So that's why I'm like, we're trying something new because I've not done it yet. So I can't give you tips right off the hop of what not to do. So now I'm going to give you tips. You're going to see it firsthand. So this apparently, once we foil, should fit on here. And I thought we would do colors of blue. Okay. So, and I didn't even have time to finish my card. So we're going to do some blending. And then we're going to take it and die cut it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5. Oh, and look, they even give you body parts. So I have 5. We'll see if it's enough. If not, we'll add a chair. Okay. It's in my head. I'll show you my vision. Okay, so this was my vision. This is what we're making. But I didn't finish decorating it, nor did I like the size. Because by the time I was done, it's 5.5 by 5 3/4. So I was like, oh, I screwed up. This card's too big. But really, it's not. You just have to make your own envelope. So then I tried to downsize it and make a smaller one, and that's what we're going to do here. So I was not like, and I needed a bigger frame, but if I go bigger, it won't line up, and I wanted something that would line up, and this one doesn't even line up. So so I wanted it to be picturesque, like it's looking through. So sometimes it's great in my head, but not so great when you actually put it all together, right? Okay. So, and I took my mat out so that we have room to create. And because I found that it was a little tight last time. So we're going to bring our hot foil machine out. And now, if you buy the hot foils machine through me, this is not an offer everyone else is giving, then I'm going to give you I'm going to credit you 20% back. So, because I know that this is an investment and it's not a tool, it's not a toy, it's not a stamp set. I should say it is a toy, but it's not a stamp set. It's not something you're going to sell again or give away. It's literally an investment. And so I know that it may seem like a lot, but realistically, when I went and priced it out and compared it to other models, we're actually very reasonably priced and within range. Actually, we're cheaper. So, and if you're a demonstrator, it's even more cheaper. Because if you use your Stampin' Rewards plus your discount, I will tell you right now, I paid $85 for this. Plus shipping, plus tax. But, so less than $100 for mine because I had my discount and my Stampin' Rewards. So you can sign up with the starter kit at $135. Then with your $170 coupon, there's no more limit anymore. You can pick this up for $219 minus $170 and pay $49. So, and then you pay $49 and then you're discounted on the $49 at 20% off. So $49.50, so that's $10. So you're paying $39. So I don't know. It's a deal. Way better than my 20% off deal. And then you get to come and be part of a class with me. And I guess it would help if I plugged it in as I'm sitting here holding it. Then you get to come to a class with me and my team, like all the other girls in my community that bought it, and we can figure it out. I've got something like, either that's a scratch or it's something dirty. I don't know. And I got ink all over my hands already. I was crafting just beforehand, so trying to figure things out. Anyhow, that's a bit of a mess. Okay, and I'm gonna clean this up. Yeesh, what a mess. Okay, so while that's heating up, let's get our paper trimmer in here. I'm just gonna slide this over a bit. And we're gonna grab a piece of gray granite. And yeah, we're gonna use gray granite. Oh shoot, what was my measurement again? Hang on a sec. I think it was 9.5 or 9 and something. It's 9 and something. Yeah, you know. Okay, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna extend this out and we're gonna cut it to 9 3/4. Okay, so that's my length. I'm sure that's on the way. There's only so much room in the camera. 9 3/4. And then I can shut this down so we have a little bit more room. And then I'm going to trim it to 5.5 because that's a standard card. Okay. Hopefully that's right. Let me check against my template. Yep. Okay. And then, where's my measurements? And then we're going to score. We're going to score at, whew, I can feel the heat. Excuse me. Just for a second. Okay, we're going to score at 1.5. So, 1.5. And then we're going to score at 2 3/4. So we're adding on 1 1/4. And then we're going to score at 4 1/4. And then 5.5. I think my son figured out he needed to get off video games. It's lagging. Okay. So now we're just going to fold on those score lines and we're going to burnish so that it's ready to roll. Oh shoot, you know what? We should get our other stuff ready too. Alright, that. And that. So now we got our cube, and now it's ready to decorate. Okay, so while that's ready, so now you have your base, let's get our parts. So we need our butterfly. And then I'm going to use silver. So we're going to open this up. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to need scissors. I'm going to grab a roll. And there's this little dot here on it. So just gently get underneath there and pick it up. It comes off pretty easily. So I just go like that and then lift it, and then I just take that dot off. It was kind of funny because I don't know if you saw the new Stampin' Up video. Sarah had a piece and hers was like in the middle. So I don't know where they got theirs from. Anyway, and then I just like to make sure there's enough on either side. So we're just going to lay it down like that. And then we're going to trim it. So you want to have just a wee bit more. And then I'm just going to use a standard card base because we're going to die cut it anyway. So I'm going to grab some white. And see, this is plenty. So now we can build our sandwich, and we've got plenty. I could probably go smaller on this one. Let me see if I have a smaller. I should have a smaller because I do a lot of pre-cutting to make sure I'm ready. And this should be plenty. We want just a little bit on the edges, but we should have plenty. It's still heating up. Okay. So now we have that. And this is silver, so it can be deceiving. So remember, your shiny side goes down on top of your die, and then the paper goes on top, right? So we always want that to happen. And so we're just waiting for it to heat up. Surprised it's taking this long, considering. Unless I did it wrong. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use it. So plug the power cord in. Oh, there we go. It beeped. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to slide this in. It's not hot. So, you know, I'm just being gentle, which is not what I normally do. So now we're just going to place that on there. And then we're going to hit start. And while that's heating up, I'm going to put this over top. And then I'm going to place my piece of cardstock over top. And then we got our sandwich layer over top. And when that green light comes on, we can unplug and go. So I'm going to slide that over. And while that is waiting, we're going to cut our pieces. So we're using waterside retreat. And so for this one, I thought we would use the wood, because that is what I used in my first one. And then I also used this piece. So I figured let's use that as well. I didn't have enough. There's not enough width to create, to use for all three sides plus the middle. So I was like, oh, darn. So we're going to use a little bit of the actual, whatchamacallit, DSP. The other DSP, the wood grain DSP. Okay, so I'm going to slide this in here and cut that piece off. Now this piece, this one is like 6 inches. So it's quite large. Oh, we're ready. We are ready. So I'm just gonna cut this one here. Move it out of the way for a sec. Bring in Mr. Big. Do you guys remember Mr. Big from Sex and the City? Were you Sex and the City fans? I don't know why I have such a hard time pulling this out. And then it's like, oh, it slides out easy. But it really doesn't. Okay, so now we're going to take this and go into Mr. Big Shot. Let's go up a bit more. Okay, and we're going to go slow. Like slow. Not too fast. Because we want to make sure that we've given it time to stick. Let's hope I did this right. Because like I said, I've not tested it yet. So, not an expert here. And then we're going to stick this back on its plate. Move this out of the way. And let's see what we got. Oops. Let's see. There we go. Voila. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, one more thing. So, I'm going to pick that up. And we're going to knock this off. Because it's hot. And we're going to plug back in. Because I need to do one more. And we're going to bring this one in. Because remember I did all of them in, I did it in Secret Sea, and then I realized after, oh crap, I just cut everything in Night of Navy. Because I had so much left over. So I'm like, oh, let's do white. So we're going to do white on silver. So I'm just going to see how much I need. So I need about, you know, maybe that much. So we'll cut that down. So there's a little bit on the edges, but that's okay. Now you can keep this and do the reverse. So we're not going to dump those. And we're going to cut this one. Oh my God, what's everybody got planned for this hot weekend? So tomorrow it's supposed to be hot, right? And then the next day, rain, if I'm correct. Something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can't remember. Okay. So we were still cutting the other piece. I have like no room. So this is the great part is while everything is heating up and moving along, you can do other things. So we're going to cut this one down again. 6 inches. Apparently this is, let's make sure we're, sometimes it's a little off. So I'm going to cut it right about there. So we'll save that for a scrapbook page. And I think I'm going to go 5 1/4. So we'll do a quarter, so I got a little bit of wiggle room. Then we'll save that for the back. Okay, now this piece here, because this is gonna lay flat, I guess we could glue that right away, right? So I'll make sure it's ready. Move this out of the way. It's a-ready, it's-a-ready. Ooh, hello measurements. So we're gonna put that there. Oh, forgot my sheet. Okay, then we're gonna slide that in there. Did I put it the right way? What if I put it the wrong way? Nope, I did. Okay. Obviously, I should know that. It's not very matte. Just gonna push the button to get things going because I have no patience. And our covers. So, shim cover, the heated cover, and then our shim on top. So let's let that heat up. And then we're gonna glue this. Now, my base has this little bit that it's still kind of stuck in the corner. So we're gonna trim it the width of this. So I'm gonna slide this in, and I'm just gonna trim a wee bit so that it's not stuck there in the corner. So when I lay it flat, oh, I could have went a little wider. It doesn't bunch up there in the corner. See, it's bunching up. So I'm just gonna trim off a bit more. Okay, so that should work. Now it shouldn't bunch up in the corner. We should be nice and flat. So that's how we're gonna get our cube. So I'm just gonna lay that flat. Grab my adhesive. Like so. Supposed to be like 30 tomorrow and 31 with the chance. Small chance? Okay, I'm cool with that. So push that. We just want this to make sure it's flat. So then now we have our cube ready to roll. Okay, so this is ready again. So we're just gonna unplug. Bring in Mr. Big Dude. This will be our last one. And I'm gonna slide it in. Oops. And then go slow. Okay, we're at the end, so I go fast at the end. Oh, don't have much room here. Okay. Mr. Big. Oh, I'm gonna need him again anyway. You gotta move for a second though. I'll pull this off. Pull our sheet off. And we did this one the other day. And there it is. Looks beautiful. Some of it came off because I was going nice and slow, which is a good thing. So we'll add that there and we are done. So we'll let that cool. Let these guys cool. And finish up over here. And we'll die cut those in a bit. Let these guys cool too. Now, where were we? We were cutting. So now we have this little piece here. I forget what the measurements were because I actually cheated and did the whole thing. So we're gonna go 2.5. So I'm gonna cut this guy to 2.5. So I'm gonna turn it upside down so that this edge is actually on the outside piece. Did I trim this? Yeah, I did. So this is 2.5. So this one's gonna go right there. So we have that. Now this piece I'm gonna put here so we have kind of that continuation or not. Doesn't really matter. Or I could put it here on the inside. Maybe I'll do it on the inside. Maybe I'll do it here. So I only need 1 inch. So I'm gonna take 1 inch. Maybe I'll do 1 inch on the other side. So that's the other part of it. I'll take a piece of tape here to make sure I don't screw up. So this 1 inch goes here. And then we're gonna grab a couple, so I can keep this and use that. And then I'm gonna grab a couple of the wood grain ones. So, I think that's tall enough. So I might need a bigger sheet. I didn't like it going up and down because I didn't get much pattern. So we're gonna take this. So I want it to go up and down that way. And I need 1 1/4. So I'm just gonna double check it's 1 1/4. I don't know why I had that remembered, but okay, I'll go the other way. so that I have more designer series paper, pattern paper sitting on this side and flush, and I don't screw up. Okay, so 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now it kind of matches the dock pattern, and I get more stripes because my original one, I didn't get much stripes. And then I need another piece that's 5 1/4. And this one needs to be 1 inch. Okay, and I'm going to use that tape again to keep me in line. And that'll be my other side. Okay, so that's my base. Okay, so we got all that. Those are my pieces. Now let's get the fun stuff going. So now we're going to bring in our butterfly. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where did I put it? And we're going to get some masking done. There's our butterfly. So now I'm just going to use a piece of paper. I could use my mat, but I'm just going to use paper. It's just easier. Well, not really, but close enough. Well, maybe I should pull. You know what? I'm not going to pull out my mat. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece of tape because we don't want, we don't want this guy to move. So I'm just going to, this is why I was like, oh, maybe I should go get it. I should use my mat, but then I'm like, eh. So now we're going to stick that down. So that is our spot. Now we're going to need a pencil and our masks. Where did I put our masks? Here we go. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. And we're going to line it up to all the butterflies. Oh, it's still moving. I can feel you moving. So we're going to stick you down. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to bring you down. How's that? Much better. And we're going to line the butterflies. This is where my eyesight goes. What the heck? And whew, the silver is hard to see. Or my eyes are just terrible. That's another thing. This could be just my eyes. Oh, we're down here. Okay, so I'm trying to line it up down here. And then over here. Hey, okay, I think we're good. So now I have to take my pencil and put a mark so that we know where this sits. So every time we add a new mask, that's where it goes. Now, if you don't trust yourself, you can just tape it down to hold it in place. And then we're going to start blending. So I got 3 colors: Misty Moonlight, Azure Afternoon, and Balmy Blue. We normally start with the light color, but I want these big ones to be dark. I really usually start with the light because I don't want the dark to blend, but I should have went backwards. Oh, but I don't know how this pattern works. So I don't want to do that. Oh, wait. If that's all dark. Okay, we will. Let's go light. We'll start with light first and see where we get. Okay, so Balmy Blue. I'm going to grab my light. And we're going to fill this up. Make sure we got no blobs. And then we're going to jump right in and color those spots in. I don't know how this is going to turn out because I'm telling you, I haven't done it yet. So we'll see what it looks like. And it is ideal whenever you're working with masks to literally go light then dark. Because if you make a boo-boo, then you can't you can, when you put your dark over top, it's okay. But if you make a boo-boo and you're trying to put your dark over light, then you can't fix that. So that's why I always say go light first. Because then if you slip or whatever, then you just replace it with the dark. Okay, so I think we're good. And you could also tell just by lifting it up. Whew, look at that. So pretty. Okay, so that's our first one. I think I'm good with that shading, so I'm not going to put it back on. And then we're going to go to Azure, which is a brighter one. Get my brushes out of the way. And that's frame number 2. So again, we're going to line it up there in the corner. Should make sure. I realized I didn't tape that down. And we should be, if I line that up, we should be lined up. There. Pretty darn good. And just a smidge. Okay, so I'm going to stick my reusable tape back on so I don't slide everywhere. And don't worry, these all wash off. And then we'll grab our light. Oh, that's inky. See, I knew it was inky. And then we're gonna fill in these other holes. And it's okay, you can go right over the mask, because remember, there's only holes where you are filling in. Now you can also afterwards, you can wipe down the silver with a paper towel, so then that way it shines up again, and then you should be good. I hope this turns out. Like I said, I didn't try this yet, so I didn't have, oops, I went a little dark up there. I think we're good. I don't want it too dark. Oh yeah, look at that. It's looking good, I think. Whew. And all I'm doing is just masking. Now we're going to go with our final color. Oh, I'm so excited. So we're going to go in with our number 3. Okay, so I have this one set of masks, which are not Stampin' Up masks, by the way. God, my eyes are just gotten worse. And it has 7 masks. 7. Can you believe it? 7 masks. I was like, we're seriously coloring with 7. And I'm like, how does this work? And we needed 7 colors. So I was like, it's a beautiful one, by the way. It was from years ago. And I'm like, how are we gonna do this? I'm like, oh man. I've never lined up so many colors and masks in one time, ever. I have yet to use that one in a long time, to be honest. Okay, so we're gonna grab, whew, look how juicy that is. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab a paper towel, because that's just too much. I don't know why I'm right-handed and I always put that there. Okay, let's go in slowly. This is gonna be gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I can see it already. Sorry, I'm using a paper towel and I'm using a smaller brush because these ones have lots of little holes. See, it's very liquidy. So instead of pushing the ink out of the way, I'm just going to use my paper towel here. Oh my gosh, this is going to be stunning. I can't wait to lift this mask up. Oh my. I'm loving it already. Thank you for giving us this beautiful combo. Okay, oh yeah, I read that one already. Thank you, Kathy. I like doing this kind of stuff on the weekend because it's really relaxing. Okay, you ready? Ready for the reveal? Let's do it. There's still one more mask. Wow. I love it. Let me lift it up. I love it. Look how gorgeous that turned out. Oh my. Okay, so I'm going to grab Secret Seed. And you can, oh, maybe I don't want to. So this is the 5th mask. And the 5th mask requires us to color in the bodies. But I think I'm going to leave it. I don't want to. It's silver. I'm leaving it. So I'm not going to use the 5th mask. We're good with this. Huh. It's gorgeous. I love it. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you like that. Or just comment. See? Okay, so that's ready to be cut. So let's get this out of the way. I'm going to rinse this off a bit. So you can take a chamois that's slightly damp, not soaking, just damp. Then take your brush, rub it in the chamois a bit so it's a little wet. Then you take a paper towel and you rub off wherever you can until you get barely anything. Because then that cleans it up and you don't have a ton of ink sitting on your brushes. Okay, and I have lots of brushes, as you can see, and in different styles, as you can see. Okay, so we need to do some die cutting. So I'm going to bring in Big Bossy again. And we're going to die cut these two. And I need my plates. Oh, I need to get new plates. Okay, gonna have to add that to my order because my plates are getting a little worn. But I want to use my magnetic plate, which is totally like trashed. And then the other side isn't. But let's get this done. So let's line this up. Remember, you got the 2 dots there. So you got the 2 dots here. Isn't it? I love it. Oh, I can't believe how gorgeous. Now, I think we should do a pink one too. So I'm not going to sit here and do that with you because we don't have time. It's really hard to see the silver in this light. So if we're to do reds and pinks, what color combinations do you think would go really well together? I'd love to know. Because I'm thinking Melon Mambo, Barely Blush, maybe Flirty Flamingo, or you could go Strawberry Slush with Flirty Flamingo and then Barely Blush. I'm not sure. What do you think? Like, what color combinations would you choose? I went with the blues on this one. Okay, so there's all of our words. Huh. Like, how gorgeous are those? So these ones are the gold. I should have did I could have did pink too. Because that's the 3 colors we have. So I'm just going to add that to my pile here. Okay, so then we don't lose them. You know, my husband's in the States. I should ship something to the border. So, but then again, I'm like, oh crap, he's on his motorcycle. That's not going to work. He doesn't have much room. And they're camping. So, you know, they brought a tent and camping gear on their motorcycle. So there's not much room if I say, hey, can I ship an order from the States? And you bring it back on the border so I don't have to pay duty? And he'd be like, nope. If it's too big, it's not going on my bike and it won't fit. The answer is no. So I figured, oh, I better not. Because it probably won't fit. Oakley dokley. So now we're going to grab this one. I'm like, oh, there it is. I'm like, where is it? And now we're going to cut out our butterflies. They're so beautiful. Flutter by. Oh my gosh, they're just stunning. So stunning. Right? And then how much do you think Hallmark would charge for this card? Oranges and pinks. Oh, I like your idea. Which oranges would we use? I think the darkest orange we have, well, I guess it's not really orange. Would it be more rustic? Would be Cajun Cream. And then I think it goes Calypso Coral. Let's make sure we're lined up good. It's so hard because, you know what? The silver in comparison to gold, I'm just realizing now. I just saw it. It wasn't lined up very good here at the bottom. Is a lot harder to see in the light. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm straight. Just letting you know. Because I have my lights on so that it's bright for you. And it's like very difficult to see the silver. Okay. Do you believe in magic? Da-na-na-na-na. Okay, there's our gorgeous butterflies. Oh my. They are beauts, I'm telling you. Beautiful. Whew. I love it. So I'm going to stick that back on here. And everything's cooled off. So I'm going to stick that there so I don't lose it. Okay. And now, I think I might just cut out 2 more little ones in case we need it. It comes with 2 little ones. So I'm just going to grab a piece of, where are we here? What color is this? Gray granite. This is gray granite, so we need to go here. So I'm going to grab Azure Afternoon because it's the brighter one. And I'm just going to cut a couple pieces. So I need this. Just going to cut these 2 little ones in case I need it. Okay, just going to run that through real quick. I won't bring in my, it's so small, I won't bring it in. Yeah, I really need to clean my room here. It's a disaster. Oh, yesterday too, I watched an episode of the Little House on the Prairie. Has anybody watched that yet? Because it was filmed here, just a few houses from me. I couldn't figure out where along the creek they filmed. So if anybody knows that, then please do share. Because I'm like, the creek by my house here does not have rocks. Or unless I know somebody who built a pond slash, not really a pond, a beach in their own yard. So I'm thinking it could be them. Was this it? Okay. Yeah. So I cut out a couple arches. I did lots because I was trying to figure out which size to use. And I took the 2 different sizes so I could get a thickness here. And that is the one that's going to go here. So let's get our pieces glued. So I'm thinking I just thought of it because my husband and I were trying to figure, we're like, it doesn't have rocks. So I'm thinking, I know who they are. I'm not going to say their names, but I'm thinking they use their yard because years ago when their kids were younger, because their kids are the same age as mine, and they, because we used to play soccer together, they're one of the daughters the same age as Bishop, and the son is the same age as Benjamin. So they used to, they built a pond, because he's an engineer, so they built their own, like, swimming pool, like their own beach, their mini Birds Hill beach, in their yard, and he engineered it. So he's always like, well, you know, when you're ready to put one in, you know who to call. So it's always been on my wish list, but you know, it's expensive. And so I'm thinking they might have used their property, theirs, to actually film it. I just came to mind just now. So I'll have to text my husband and say, hey, I think I know who's quote unquote pond. Because they made it look like it was a pond. So like one of them was a pond, the other one's a creek. Like obviously they're using the lagoon by my house. We figured that one out. But then we couldn't figure out where this one area was. It's like a creek with rock, and we're like, there's nowhere on the Cooks Creek River that I know of that has rock. So I was like, oh. Huh, I should have cut side by side. Then I would have had perfect lined up edges, but that's okay. It's my OCD kicking in. Whew, and it was such a busy week. So I ventured going, as you know, I work at Canadian Blood Services now. So I had to figure out how to get there. So I used the tunnels. The tunnels are insane at HSC. And I had so much fun trying to figure it out. Anyway, so so it was raining the other day, right? So I was able to take the tunnels right from my car all the way to my office without having to get wet once. And it only took me 10 minutes. Impressive, right? So our city is quite creative sometimes. So here I'm doubling it up just to give the frame a little more thickness. In fact, I would have done 3 instead of 2. Oh, look, now the glue's oozing out of the stitches. So we'll clean that up later. And then this is gonna go here. Now I want it to line up so that when you're looking through those arches this way, you will see this, right? And then I wanted to use the butterfly. So I'm gonna save this big one for my screw up ones. And then I'm gonna use these little ones. So I think we'll put one over here with some grass maybe, and then maybe one up on this arch, and then one inside. So let's get this down. So I'm gonna put this so that I'm kind of like looking through, you know, flirty flamingo, calypso. Oh, okay, I like it. We should try that. Now, do you think we should use rose gold foil, gold or silver? I'm just curious. I'm making you do all the work, all the thinking. So I'm gonna add these here. So then I want it dimension. I want it to pop. So yes, this is a little excessive, but it's the only way it'll work. Well, I could use the side strip, but I think this is just easier. So yeah, we have 3 foil colors. Of course there are more, but Stampin' Up! Only sells the 3 right now. And there's some more foil coming out, some more hot foil bundles, because they're in the new catalog. So yeah, if you want a new catalog, just comment and I'll ship it to you. And when's the mailer? I think I'm due this week. So pre-order for me starts right away, so I'll be able to do that. Now, because I did that, my card now goes beyond 4 1/4. So I have to make my own personalized envelope. So you could take, let me just do this. So you could line it up here as well, so you don't see it, so that you're flush, and you could just use a standard card, gold foil, noted. But I didn't want that, because then when you open it up and you go like this, then you don't see the whole background scene. Then I might as well have just continued all that wood grain through, is my thought. But I'm just being anal, really picky, and making sure I have this lap. So now stands, and then you kind of, like when you look through it, it's like you're looking through the picture kind of thing. Now, I also did do some of these already. So I was thinking we can put one here on the frame, and then, which is our bigger butterfly, this one. Then we can put one of the big ones over here. So I think that'll work very nicely. And then I have a little shrub, so we could put both. So I'm gonna stick that one there, and we're gonna put dimensionals on it, so it lines up. Gold foil. Well, I'll have to try that when I'm feeling better. Oh, stupid headache. So hopefully it goes away soon. I don't know. And it's also going right down to my jaw. So I left work early today to go to the dentist to make sure that I didn't have like a root canal issue or something, because it literally was so painful. And I'm like, I'm so done. I said to my husband yesterday, I said, I'm so done. I'm going to the dentist and I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do. Of course I go and Danielle's like, you're fine. She's like, I took pictures. I looked and nothing. But so she thinks I'm grinding. I'm grinding when I sleep, and it's causing me pain. So we'll see, because my blood pressure was fine. So it's not that either. So there we go. So we're still using Waterside Retreat here. And was it this one? Yep. So then this is going to sit here like that. Oh wait, we got to pick our sentiment. So let's pick, I'm going to pick the longest one. Let's see what the longest one is. I'm so lucky to have you. Oh, that's perfect. So that will work, and we can stick that here. That works perfectly. Okay, maybe a little lower, which then means our butterfly. Maybe our butterfly goes the other way. Oh, then I don't see the other one. Okay, we can do that. Let's do that. So let's stick this one down first. So I'm going to take some more mini glue dots here. And I'm just going to stick one on each end, because guess what? It's floating. And I'm saving those two big ones for my big card that I showed you. That will be my template and of what not to do. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say that. You can do that. It's just that it'll be, you know, a big card. You have to create your own. Does anybody know how to create their own envelope? Do you have the envelope maker? If we have time, I'll make the envelope using DSP. Okay, there we go. There we go, cheerio. And then this one's gonna sit right there. Oh, I like it. So it's looking really good over here in this corner. So, and it doesn't matter if it flips or flops, whatever, because I'm gonna make it an envelope. So we need, because we're raised, I'm gonna put a mini glue dot on this side, or sorry, a dimensional on this side. I might be able to put one more on the bottom. And we'll use glue dots for the rest. I don't like using liquid glue, because then I'm gonna get it all over my fingers. I just know it. Okay, so these two, I don't want to cover that word I, so I gotta make sure he's right against that. There we go. I don't want to cover I'm. Oh yes, see, that looks pretty. And then even when it folds down, it looks pretty. And then when it folds out, it looks pretty. So now we have a few more butterflies. I can tuck one of these in here, in behind there. I know it's kind of boring. Oops. but I want to use the other two. I want to use the other two in the other corner. Just want to give a little bit of color back there. Just a little bit. And then this one can go up here on this edge, I think. Or we could do two. I'm going to do this one. Put this one on the inside. Way up there. So I got to figure out way up there. And we're going to pop-tart that one too. And so we want it right in the picture. So you don't see it and then you open it up and it's like, oh, there it is. And then this one would then go roughly there. Yes, I love it. Okay, so I need 2 more glue dots. This is turning out exactly what I pictured in my head. So, shocking. Shocking that my brain is working after all this time. It was a busy work week. I'm just going sideways so I can figure out exactly where on here I want my butterfly, flutter by. Make sure there's no adhesive. Okay. And there you go. So when they open up the card, it looks like this. And then when it's finished, it looks like this. So you could add embellishments, but I don't think it needs it because I really want that gold, those gold butterflies to pop. What do you think? Thumbs up, hearts, whatever. And if you're catching replay, thumbs up, love, whatever. Or say replay. Let me know what you think. We didn't use the last mask. So we have these two. I'm going to stick. Where's my biggie? It's right here. So we're going to, this one's really big. So I can't use my sentiment. So this one I think can go down here and hog this whole corner. But it kind of hides, kind of just defeats the purpose on this guy because he's so big. So I might change it and then have this butterfly right here on the inside. So we've got the two and then we got the little guy who can just peek from the side here. And I still have some of this, but I don't think this is very helpful. Although I could cut it so that part of it is down there and then the rest is up there because the butterfly covers it anyway. So that's a possibility. So I'll have to play with this one a bit more. So that's what's happening there. I did some bulrushes just in case. So that was my big one. So for this week, like, share, comment. And we'll have this one. And then we have that one. And we have this one. So that's 3. And then we had this one, 4. You now have 4 butterflies. Oh, yeah, because I hid the other one. You're right. And then we have this one. So there's our 5. I think I liked, yeah, this one was better. So there's our 5 right there. Thought I had a 6th one, but I guess, oh yeah, because I wasn't here yesterday, so it would have been 6. So there's your 5. So don't forget to like, share, comment. And yeah, I forgot if I had that 4th one there. Thanks for pointing that out, Kathy. And then I'll do the draw this weekend. I'm so screwed next week because each of the kids have soccer every night. One goes from 6 to 7:30. The other one goes from 7 to 8:30. So I don't know how I can come on live. So that's a little difficult. So I don't really, and I have nobody here to help me. So I have to take the boys. So I don't know if I'll be here. And if I do, it's going to be super late. Hi, it's 9 o'clock at night. Maybe even 10. So I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Now, if you've ordered from me last month, this weekend I'm shipping you your kits. So that's this one, and this one. And this is this month's craft along, which I'll be doing which I'll be doing next week. So you'll be seeing those. And then, of course, bingo next week. So you'll catch me on YouTube live for that one. So I might just post my creations. We'll see how it goes. So thank you again for popping in. Stay cool. Make sure you hydrate. Lots of sunblock. And I might do an impromptu this weekend because if I have time, which I should, I need to get started on that baby album for my cousin's granddaughter's christening. And yeah, so let's be in touch. Have a great evening. Thanks for coming and happy Stampin'.